In a vast universe filled with diverse civilizations, two extremes exist. On one side, the ice people, beings made of ice crystals living on a frozen planet. On the other, humans, who, after achieving immortality, have grown bored. Their society has become lifeless, and in search of new thrills, they are willing to do anything. Using ultra-advanced technology, they now destroy entire civilizations for entertainment. One day, a reality show director rises to power, becoming the president of Earth, and launches a galactic-scale reality show where civilizations are either annihilated or forced to participate in deadly challenges. When humans reach your frozen planet, the president makes his announcement. Challenge or destruction, choose one. The leader of the Ice People knows that survival means accepting the challenge. For the past 20 years, your civilization has trained relentlessly in one thing: running. You, a prodigy in the art of speed, are selected for an elite team to compete in a brutal 500-kilometer race. Against all odds, you win. But as the celebrations unfold, you notice something unsettling: the hidden hopelessness on your leader's face. Then, one night, your closest friend Amy disappears, and dawn is near. For the Ice People, sunlight is a death sentence. You must find her before it's too late. Meanwhile, on Earth, a young child watching the show curiously asks, "Why are the Ice People afraid of sunlight?" His older brother, barely paying attention, casually replies, "Because if they stay in the sun too long, they melt." 25 years ago, when humans arrived, they gave us a challenge. Their technology was far beyond ours, and in order to preserve our civilization, we had no choice but to accept it. We had already decided to submit to humanity's demands. The president of Earth smiled as he pondered, "What kind of challenge should I give them?" Tormenting the contestants was an essential part of any reality show. Soon, an idea struck him. "Your species is skilled at running, so let's have a truly unique race. Without any assistance, using only your physical abilities, run a full lap around the coastline of this planet. If even one ice person completes it, we will leave." The president observed the despair on the faces of the Ice People and felt pleased. He knew that setting an impossible goal and then watching the contestants struggle was the greatest appeal of reality television. The cameras captured every expression of hopelessness. Before he spoke again, "We humans have no shortage of time. I'll give you 100 years to prepare. If no ice person succeeds by then, your planet will be erased from existence." The leader recounted this story from 25 years ago. Perhaps it was the hope in his eyes that prevented you from fearing the impossible task ahead. He was pleased by your determination. On Earth, a young boy watched the projection and silently wondered, "Why are we tormenting these Ice People so much?" His sister spoke her thoughts aloud. With their level of technology, they could never create a species that fast within 100 years, and they haven't even tried. With their current bodies, no matter how much they train, they will never complete the challenge. The boy muttered softly, "Maybe, but they're really good at running." 20 years passed, and you kept running mechanically. The town was empty. Everyone had left for distant cities to work. For the first few years, you stayed in touch with Amy. But as time passed, she got busier, and the connection faded. One day, you decided to go find her. The city was massive, crowded with thousands. Amy was working on a project building massive chimneys, telling you this was just the beginning and that completion would take decades. You had something buried in your heart, something you wanted to say, "Aim, let's leave this place together." But she only smiled and refused. She said, "I enjoy these blueprints more than running." As you turned to leave, she stopped you and asked, "Are you still running?" You hesitated for a second. Was this still running or just a meaningless routine? But you smiled and said, "Yes, I'm still running." Amy simply replied, "Then keep running. Isn't that what you love the most?" So you continued running along the coastline. Not for records, not for a reason, just as you once loved to do. Another 10 years passed, then 20. As the challenge deadline neared, Ames sent a photo. The chimneys were complete. Her face was the same, only marked by faint traces of time. One day, the leader took you to a strange building filled with glass containers, each holding a small ice crystal. On Earth, a young boy watching the screen asked, "What is this?" His sister casually replied, "Ice People embryos. Maybe they're preparing for extinction, but it's pointless. If they fail the challenge, Earth's death cannon will turn their planet to dust anyway." The president, watching from the tallest tower on Earth, smirked. "Only a little time left. Are they still betting everything on a single runner? That's impossible. Or have they given up?" The leader asked you a simple question. "Do you remember the challenge?" Without hesitation, you answered, "Yes. Run a full lap around the planet's coastline." The president, stunned, leaned forward. "These people are insane." He stared at the screen, then, almost whispering, said, "No, they've won."